I want to welcome you to tonight's forum, Labor's New Insurgency, What Will It Take to Turn the Tide? My name is Doreen, and obviously I'll be chairing tonight. And you can also see from this t-shirt, see this t-shirt, I'm kind of behind the, from this t-shirt, that I am a member of a union. Thank you. It's getting to be a rarer and rarer thing, isn't it? I'm a member of the Professional and Technical Employees Local 17. I work for the City of Seattle, and my union is one that quit the AFL-CIO 3 years ago, not for any explanation that they ever made good to me. And you may have heard the news that, was it just 2 weeks ago, that the International Longshore Workers Union also quit the AFL-CIO. And so this forum tonight is really a good one, and we have some great speakers looking at the issue of, in the face of the rising tide of attacks on workers, how do we deal with it with such a fractured movement? Tonight, as I said, we have some great speakers who are rising up in the face of those attacks and building that insurgency. The forum tonight is sponsored by the Voice of Revolutionary Feminism, the Freedom Socialist newspaper. So this is a newspaper that loves to report on insurgency. In this paper you can be reading about other people, not just here in the U.S., but around the world, in Mexico, Costa Rica, Egypt, Russia, Africa, who are rising up. And rising up is good for the soul, right? You know, it cures depression. It also vaccinates against cynicism. And the FS is a committed voice to militancy in and out of the labor movement. We want to keep printing this paper and telling the good news about women who fight back for child care, African Americans who saw and see the March on Washington as a dream deferred for far, far too long, Mexican teachers who went out on strike and built a tent city overnight, a tent city sit-in. They're not leaving. Stuff the bosses don't want us to read. So we want to keep the cost low as well. So we are in the midst of a $100,000 fund drive. There's a chart over there you can see. We're raising $100,000, no small feat. And the events like this are going to help. So after the talks tonight, we're going to pass the basket. We've raised about $85,000 so far. So if any of you have that other $15,000, just write that check. Or $15 or $10, and you know, the rest of you, I'm sure no one has that check tonight. So we're raising it for events like this. It's also a good time to subscribe to the Freedom Socialist because we have a 2-year for one sale. For $10 you get a 2-year subscription. So if you haven't subscribed yet, you can see Val. She will help you out with that. So let me tell you how tonight will be organized. First we're going to hear from our speakers, and then we'll pass the baskets, and then we'll have discussion. We'll hear from you all. And after that, though, we can keep the discussion going informally, hang out, the bar will be open, and I'm sure we're going to come up with lots to talk about. I do want to make a few announcements first. You're invited back to New Freeway Hall here on Monday, September 23rd. We're going to be having a Seattle Freedom Socialist Party meeting featuring a report on Syria by Middle East expert Monica Hill. So walking there in the back, she's quite... also a great raffle ticket seller. We'll have dinner at 6:30 and the meeting will start at 7. And then on September 28th, we're going to have a house party to celebrate radical presses. So Jeff Bezos may have just, you know, Jeff Bezos from Amazon.com just bought the Washington Post, trying to buy up the media, but I know you all support a corporate-free journalism, and we're going to be wrapping up our fund drive and celebrating its success at a house party. So on your tables is this sheet with all the details. So pick one of those up. There's more in the front if there's not enough at your table. So a couple of important events happening tomorrow I want to let you know about. The first is happening in Seattle at 2 o'clock. There is a rally as part of the International Day of Action for Marissa Alexander. Marissa is a Florida mother of 3 who shot into the air in self-defense, hurting no one but a drywall plaster. For that offense, she has received a 20-year prison sentence, while Trayvon Martin's murderer, George Zimmerman, walks free. So there's been a lot of organizing supporting her and trying to get her released from prison. And so there's a rally at Westlake, 2 p.m., and there's flyers. Helen has some of these. If you need them, please pick them up. Also tomorrow, those of you who were at our last forum, I know some people were, in August, we had a speaker, Ramon Torres, who is the president of the workers' organization of the striking Sakuma workers. Well, we just found out he has now been fired. And the striking, really, and so the striking Sakuma workers are having a rally in Burlington, Washington, which is 2 hours north of here, tomorrow at noon. Mark got flyers for it, and as does Jason, one of our speakers. So if you need flyers, we have flyers, but also Mark is meeting here at 9:30, and a caravan is going up there to support that rally. So if you'd like to join that caravan, be here at 9:30 tomorrow morning.